Welcome to the happenings, where we're going to talk about things that happen, whether we like them.
Or not.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting with no, my name is Jessica, and I am a photographer, but I'm also a pet lover of two small dogs called Barkley and Bob, and I have a penchant for DIY. Like I love it, and I also found I enjoy watching people who cook on a chuck wagon. Don't ask; it looks delicious. What about you,
Oh, okay. I am Whitley,
ma'am?
and I love to look at your DIYs and am inspired
Yes,
by them. I am a writer, and I'm not as
that's
interesting.
good. That's right. Well, you do a lot more than just right. You also
uh,
have a penchant for great health and amazing skin. What can we do
okay.
with that? Yes.
Okay.
All right. So tell me, because what exactly are we covering today? Because I know I'm very interested. This was your favorite topic
Yes,
as far
I'm
as like
excited
fun
about this
topics. So
one.
what are we talking about today?
We're talking about dumb laws.
I totally feel like we have nothing but dumb laws. So yes. So
Oh, there are
fantastic. Dumb,
some
dumb
that
laws.
are
Oh,
dumber than others.
now, I before we begin, we have our crazy would you
Yes.
rather question. So let me spin
Yes.
for you.
Okay.
I would say Beauty Before Age, and you get to go first. Fantasy, you have the book.
Oh, the book.
But
Oh, the
mhm.
book. Okay. Yeah, I'm the weird person that has to take the glasses off to read. Uh, Never have internet pop-up ads or
Okay.
diarrhea.
Would I rather never have what? Would I rather never have internet pop-up ads or
Uh-huh.
diarrhea?
You're right.
I would rather never have diarrhea. I'd like to
Okay.
eat all the milk-based things I'd ever want and not worry about the poop shoot. I
Okay.
or have those moments where you've got so much anxiety and you're doing the happy dance and will you or won't you make it? I'm good with never having diarrhea. Okay, my turn. Hold on just a
Okay.
second. Let me just see. I we get a potluck, which means okay, I don't really know what potluck means, but I guess it's just a general thing. Would you
Mhm.
rather sorry, I got a little verklempt. Would you rather legally replace the first letter of your name with a P or with a C?
Well, since my last name starts with the C, I wouldn't-
It would be Whitley Covert
Okay.
or Whitley Covert.
Hitley
I love it.
or Chitley.
Yeah, I'm for chitlins myself. I just
Chitley.
think that has a very good,
Yeah, and then I could be C.
picture.
Oh, well, I could use my
Very
initials
southern.
CC.
That yes, I
CC
like
is
it.
better than PC, so
You
C.
know, if your name was if you had a pre-name like B, you could be BCC before Christ came.
Right.
Just saying. Okay. So sorry, we'll
Fantastic.
continue. So we're going to talk about dumb laws today. So
Yes.
how are we covering this exactly? What are we doing?
I am going to do two truths and a falsehood, and you're going to guess
Okay.
which one of these is a falsehood.
Oh, okay. Now just know I read body language. I watch the behavior panel. I'm an expert.
You're
So
an
I'll be
expert.
looking at your
Okay.
mouth, your potential heart rate that's coming through your neck.
I don't know.
Just
All of
know
these are
there's going to
too
be a lot of
funny.
things.
It's just
Okay.
it's just
All
the
right. Go
first
ahead.
one. You cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant.
I cannot chain my alligator to a
To a
fire
fire
hydrant.
hydrant. Second one. You may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. The third
Well,
one. All citizens must own a hat.
okay. That's hard because now we're talking about dumb laws.
Dumb laws.
I want to say, okay, so I have two answers. I want to say the lie would be the ice cream in the back pocket because not everybody would have an ice cream in a back pocket.
Uh-huh.
But then the other one would be, and really, I'm going to keep the chaining the alligator to the hydrant. I'm keeping that one and saying if it isn't, then it's the hats. But what is the
It
lie?
is the hat.
Really? So there is a law about ice creams in the back pocket?
There is,
Oh,
and
tell
both
me.
of these laws are from Alabama.
I have
But
no words.
Alabama is not the only state that has the alligator chain to a fire hydrant law.
I mean, I never would have put an alligator at a fire hydrant. So where else would you find this law? Where else
Well,
do they have
you
Louisiana
might
or
think Florida because you think alligators, you think more of a
yeah,
Florida.
alligators?
But
Sure.
I have seen alligators in these other states. In Alabama and in NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana,
Yes.
you
Okay.
cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant. However, in Arkansas, you cannot keep your alligator in a bathtub.
Can I ask a question? Is
Yes,
there a we can own alligators?
apparently so. Oh, do you remember all the baby alligators from the 60s that got flushed down the
Yeah.
sewer in New York City?
Yeah. I
So
did know that, but
I
yeah.
guess so. We just I know we can't kill them in Florida, but I think you can in Louisiana, in Cajun
Well, they
country. I
do
think
have
you used
they
to
do
be able
you
to
do.
anyway.
Yeah,
So
they do, but I'm just like I'm sitting here trying to understand why someone would say do not chain your alligator to a
alligator to a
fire
fire
hydrant.
hydrant and it not be just one place. But I've got a better one for you, quite honestly.
Okay,
In
well, tell me about
Florida,
the ice cream.
oh, the ice cream
Oh,
is
sorry.
just you just can't have an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
You know what? I think I may go to Alabama and do it and see if anyone stops me.
I want to know the story behind that law. That
Yeah,
has
I
to
do
be
too.
extremely good. But other
Yeah.
states have
Okay. So,
strange animal laws. And
okay.
Florida, you cannot tie your elephant to a parking meter unless you pay the parking fee. And in Georgia, you can't tie
What?
your giraffe to a street lamp or a telephone pole.
I'm just like, where are these animals coming from? Like, who has time to own an elephant or a giraffe?
Or giraffe.
Like, this is the weird things. Like, pay the
We're
fine
not in
before you can park the.
Africa.
No, I mean, I have not seen anyone just walking down with an elephant. That is crazy. Okay. So, what is our
I know. We're
next?
gonna walk our elephant. We're gonna leave him here while we go into the store. I mean, yeah.
I I have no words. But okay, so what's
Okay.
our next one? What do you got?
Our
Let me
next
see if
one.
I can guess this one. Yeah.
Kangaroos are not allowed in
Mhm.
barber shops at any time.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Caramel ice cream may not be eaten while standing on a sidewalk. No one is
Okay.
allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool.
Okay, I'm going to go with the middle choice here, caramel ice cream. That just sounds stupid. Please
It
tell me that's not a real law. Please
it
tell
what
me.
all three of these were a law at one time.
Hold on. You said this is two truths
It
and a
is
lie.
the middle one. You were right. The middle one. The middle one was repealed when Clint
Yeah, it's
Eastwood
stupid.
was mayor of
Uh,
Burlington, California. Apparently, when he was mayor, he decided it was a dumb law and repealed it. But up until the time that Clint Eastwood was their mayor, they could not eat a caramel ice cream cone on the sidewalk.
can I just say it is a sad state of affairs that we're waiting for Clint Eastwood to become mayor for stupid laws to go bye-bye.
I know
I
exactly.
I
But
I don't know who to blame right now. I don't know who to blame for this. Okay, so tell me about swimming pool bike riding. Like, when was that ever a thing? Like,
bald
who
it's
goes
still a
bike riding
law.
in a swim?
It's still a law in Baldwin Park, California. And the
Okay,
kangaroos, this is what gets me, okay? Kangaroos is an Alaska law. Who has
That's
kangaroos in
wild.
Alaska?
Well, who has an elephant in Dadgum, Arkansas? I don't know.
Well,
Like, first of all, I just want to understand who brought these creatures. I mean, I just hear Steve Irwin in my mind. These are feral creatures, feral. And why in the heck would they kangaroos in Dag? Wow,
yeah, but
this
you
was not
can't,
what I
if
was
you got have
expecting at
one in
all.
Alaska, you cannot bring it to your barbershop. That
I will
is
keep
that
that in mind.
oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
And
that
they
is
are mean
wild.
suckers. They are
Well, I
they
mean,
are
they
mean.
look really cute in the pouch, but I definitely would not want to get into a match with them for sure.
Exactly, exactly.
All right, what else you
Okay,
got?
next list. It's illegal to leave your porch light on during daylight, but it must be turned on after dark.
Okay.
It's a crime to give a false weather report, and donkeys may not be kept in bathtubs.
Okay, I'm going to say no to the donkeys. That's going to be my guess. Only because I'm so done with animals and I'm just like, what?
Oh, the
Please
funny
tell me
thing.
that's not a true one. Please tell
It's
me
not
I
only a
guessed
true
right.
one, but it's a true in a list of states. You're going to be so shocked. Oh, but first off, this is what our last video when you said that you would like to be a weatherman. This is the
Yeah.
one that I said you would enjoy the most because it is a District of Columbia law. And we all know that no one tells the truth in the District of Columbia.
I mean, fine,
Apparently, it's
anyone.
okay to lie in the District of Columbia unless you're a
Just,
weatherman.
well, let me ask you. So is the lie the first one?
The
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 porch light, is
the
that the lie?
the porch no, yes, the porch light is the lie, but it
Okay, so
is a
you're telling me
reversal of a real law.
no, no.
and
What is
and that
wrong
real
with
law
people?
is that you can't have leave your you have to turn your porch light out.
Well, I'm just trying to understand where, like, how old do you know how old the weatherman telling a lie one is? Do we know how old that one is?
No, I do not know how old that is, but I just
Hmm.
I'm like, I just thought the funny part of that it was ever if it was ever a law in D.C. that no weathermen false reports. So
I
you can be
mean,
a
GC
politician
has.
and give false reports, but you can't be a weatherman and give false reports.
I find that. I mean, do they make them swear on the Bible? I mean, what are they doing? And then
I have
donkeys
no
in
idea. I
bathtubs.
have no idea.
Tell
Now the
me,
donkeys in
tell
the
me about that one.
bathtubs. Uh, there
Yeah,
are several states where you cannot keep your donkey, or your donkey cannot sleep in a bathtub. They are Georgia, which also you know you can't tie your giraffe.
Georgia's wild.
Georgia's wild. South
Yeah, of
Carolina, Arizona,
course.
Brooklyn, New York,
No way.
North Dakota.
Well, I always
You
hold
cannot
on.
keep
I
your
want to make a joke there.
horse. Yeah, North Dakota, you cannot keep your horse in a bathtub. And in Virginia, you cannot wash your horse on the sidewalk. So I guess you could keep your horse and wash your horse in a bathtub in Georgia, just not on the sidewalk.
I can't even imagine how they would fit in a bathtub.
I
Unless they're
know.
talking about a miniature horse. I don't quite get that. So that's wild. Okay.
It's your donkey, and
That
there's several other states that your donkey can't go above the second story. So
I'm not I'm wondering, is this from, like, it's got to be from a certain time period where people,
it,
I guess, have donkeys, but
I'm
like,
thinking, especially Brooklyn, New York, it's got to be back for when the 19th century or something, and it just they
yeah.
never got taken off the books.
I mean, it would explain why someone's like, get your out of the way. Move your butt. All right. Well, that puts a lot of context to
I
things.
know. I don't want to share my bathtub with a donkey. Okay, I just
I've never thought of sharing it with an alligator. So it's
well, okay. Now that one I have seen.
no.
I have seen people with alligators in the bathtubs. I have.
Whitley, I feel like that's going to take a longer story, and
Mm-hmm.
I have no words right now. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
Well, I had a
we're going to have
beaver
to
in a
open up that bag of
bathtub.
worms, huh?
I kept a beaver in a bathtub.
I
Um,
just don't know what to say.
I had
But
I had a game
tell me
warden
you were rescuing it.
who would bring me orphaned animals. Usually they were squirrels, but one time it was a
Not
beaver.
this one.
Yeah, one time
Yeah,
it was a beaver, and I go, "What do you do with a beaver?" So I put him in a bathtub.
that you didn't think baby lake or river where he could build a little dam.
Well, he was so little, he had to be fed. So, yeah, he was released as soon as he was big enough, but yeah, he
I
couldn't.
mean, what happens if he's used to bathtub water, though? This is not a good idea, Whitley. I see all sorts of problems with this whole scenario. What is he eating? Cheerios? Cheerios and I mean, what are we doing?
I
Milk
don't even
baths?
remember what I fed him, but
I
he
mean,
thrived, and he was great. He was a
I'm sure
wonderful
he
little pet
thrives.
for while he was there, and then he went off and found his own little home.
What
So
that's really great. You've now shocked me before America. I've never imagined that that would be something you tell me. So that's crazy. Okay,
okay, now for
what's next?
our last set. Okay,
Great. All right.
every citizen is required to take a shower once a year.
I believe in that law,
It
whatever
is
that is. Go ahead.
illegal to catch
Uh-huh.
mice without a hunting license.
Okay.
Um, you must know where you are going when you leave the house.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the last one being the lie because I think that's dumb. But second one would also be my other lie because you get the black freaking plague. You got to kill things like that. I mean, what are we talking about? So tell me what was the truth?
Uh, Again, at one point in time, all three were real laws. The one that was
Stop.
repealed was a Virginia law that you must know where you are going when you leave the house. So if you
Well,
lived in
have you
Virginia
been
at
to
one
Virginia?
point in history, you could not leave the
Yes.
house without knowing where you were going. But Kentucky,
How would they know? Like, who's going to pull you over and say, "Where are you going?" The store? Did you know before you left? Yes.
yes,
Like, how are you going to prove that one? That's so dumb. Oh my gosh.
it's like you better come up with something really quick if you got pulled over for that one. Um,
So where do you have to have a hunting license to kill mice?
Cleveland, Ohio.
No. You know,
You have to have a hunting license.
I have to ask myself here. I I have no words. I mean, wow. It, is it an active law correctly right now? Is it active?
Yes, it is an active law.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go off track and just tell you I'm excited about Doge right now and stupid stuff because why? Like I would spend like what are these guys doing? Oh my word. I mean, the fact that you could find stupid laws and they're still happening,
Mhm.
they need to go through these things. I mean, I'm sure they've got a lot to do because they've got to make all the states, finances and stuff, but
Right.
like let's clean out the laws because those things don't apply anymore and it's dumb. That's
Yeah.
so dumb. You need a license. So I mean, you get a rat invasion and
Uh-huh.
you need a
You
license.
got to go get your
No.
hunting license to go kill your rats, your
Are they going to count
rodents.
how many I no, you know what?
You know
Actually,
what?
you
I
don't. You know
don't.
what you do? I'll tell you what you do. You
Uh-huh.
go get ratter dogs and
That's
then
what I was
they go in,
thinking. Yes.
they take care of the problem and there's no license to
Yes.
be had. Do you know they do that
Exactly.
in New York, by the way?
Oh,
They
I
have
didn't
a
realize they used them
Yes,
very much in the
they have a
States.
group of people that bring together terriers in New York City. I'm sure they probably
Great.
do it elsewhere, but this was a story I heard. And they go and they hunt these rats. And I mean, we're talking things as big as your arm. Like these
Oh
rats are
yeah.
no joke. They're as big as the dogs. But they clean out some of it. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. So okay, so that is
Yes.
wild.
So yeah, yes. So we can get
That is
around that
wild.
law. That law.
Yeah, that one's
Uh,
easy.
yes. Now, in Kentucky is where you're
Mhm.
required to have a shower once a year.
You know, is that where the mines are? Like, do we
Yes,
have gold mines in Kentucky? I wonder
we
if
have
that's
coal
because
mines.
they have mines, coal mines. Yes. I wonder if that has, because that's a good law, actually. I believe people should shower. I do. I
Yes.
believe people should bathe if possible, because I'm telling you right now, that's a hard one when you're around I'm sensitive to smelling things, and
Hmm.
it's harder for me when I'm in a room with someone who might not be up on the hygiene.
You're
And
right.
so I kind of like that law. I don't, they probably don't enforce it, but that's an interesting law for sure.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is wild.
Exactly. And I want to know why any place would make it illegal to hunt mice without a
I,
license.
I mean, when we look at what happened during Europe with the Black Plague and all the infestation
Yeah.
and diseases, why would you
Yeah.
be doing that? That's wild to
Cleveland,
me.
repeal that
Yeah,
law. Let your
yeah,
people kill the mice. They
no
breed.
doubt.
I mean, we
They
are not
do.
short of mice. They
No,
breed and breed and breed. And yeah, if you we have to let their natural predators take care of them. Terriers.
100%. I mean, I actually have a Chihuahua mix. He is beautiful. He has
Mhm.
incredible cheekbones, and he has become quite the dog after going after mice. When he goes outside, he is all about the business of finding the mice. And, they're coming into like they're getting into places you would never imagine a grill. They got into my grill because they were cold, and this dog knew it. And I was a complete girl. Even though I am a complete girl, I'm just saying
Right.
I am not a fan of mice. I'm not a fan of snakes. I'm
Hmm.
not a fan of spiders. Yeah. Or
Right.
cauliflower. I just want it for the record. But yeah, when he found that little mouse and I lifted up the hood and I'm eye to eye with it, I realized in my heart hell had frozen over and I couldn't be by this thing. And so I had to go jump on a chair and do the most girl thing ever. And that just occurred to me to be the natural thing to do. Like I felt dirty, like, oh, and of course that I'm not dirty, but that's the natural thing for the mouse to
Yeah.
do. But
Uh-huh.
I felt the natural thing for me to do is go up 7 stories higher than the mouse because for whatever reason, maybe it won't get me. It's a thing. So we'll have to discuss that later. Well, these were fun. I love that.
I
I feel
do
like I
have I
learned.
have I have one more for you, and this is one that
Okay,
I feel like I'm telling on myself. So I hope no one I now that I know that this is a law, when I come to visit
right.
you, I will try not to violate this Oklahoma law.
Oh, okay, good deal. Okay,
You
let's say
cannot
say
have
the say.
tissues in the back seat.
I have broken this law. I have tissues in the back seat. That is a law?
That is a law. It's
Oh,
an
come
Oklahoma
on.
state law.
I'm gonna have to start writing our senators and saying, look, guys,
I know. When I
you
read it,
know,
I was going, whoa.
yeah, that's crazy. Tissues in the back seat. Do they
If
say
I'm by
why?
myself, they'll be in the front seat, but if I have a
Yeah,
passenger, they're in the back.
yeah, they go to the back. That's exactly. Man, I have
I'm
no
wondering,
words.
but that one is actually a more recent law. So I'm wondering if someone had a wreck reaching in the back to get a tissue.
I don't know, but I'm very interested to find out about that one. I'll have to ask around and see what we got going on because that's
I know,
wild.
that's wild.
That is wild. I wasn't expecting that one. And I'm currently breaking it as we
Excuse
speak,
me.
currently.
I just
Hmm.
instinctively made sure my tissues were in the front seat.
Well, I'm
So
really glad you're being safe. with your tissues. That's awesome.
Yes,
And I
yes.
will have to possibly
And I
reconsider
will
the
not
location.
break the law as I'm driving
No,
to come see you.
I know. Nor will I, knowingly. But if I can't imagine a cop pulling me over and saying, listen, yes, you were going the correct speed limit, but have you seen the back seat? Have you seen the tissues?
Yes,
Just following you
yes.
for half a mile.
Hey,
Yeah,
I've got contraband in the back seat.
exactly. In the form of paper product. Yeah, who
Oh,
knew
for
we could be
sure.
this illegal and do nothing? Yeah, I mean, if you think
Oh.
that's wild, officer, check the alligator in my bathtub,
I know.
you know? And if
Exactly.
you think that's crazy,
And
I've
I'm
got
not
an
going to
ice
tell you
cream in
about
my
the
back pocket.
alligator. And I'm not going to tell you about the alligator I left chained to the fire hydrant.
Yeah, yeah. Or the elephant in the parking meter. Pay tolls.
I
No,
did
that
pay
is
the
quite
toll.
crazy weird.
I promise. I just stayed longer than I expected.
I would not have imagined we would have had those kind of laws. We'll have to review some more at another time and maybe make this something we do once a year or quarterly or something, because I think it's kind of good to know about these crazy ones, but then also encourage people to, maybe get rid of some of these. Like, let's sweep the law books out.
Right,
We don't need to
right.
keep.
Exactly, exactly. We need more
It can't
Clint
be that hard.
Eastwoods.
Yeah, we do for sure. Well, this was awesome. Well, thank you so much, Whitley. I had a great time.
Oh, I did
I feel
too.
like I learned.
It was fun.
I found I'm not only law abiding, but I'm also law breaking when it comes to the tissues.
Who would guess?
Well, until next time, we will see you later. And oh, do not forget to like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that, but yes, like and subscribe. And maybe one of these days we will have, I don't know, a little support button and you can support things. But till then, like and subscribe, share us with your friends. But yes,
Oh,
and thank you for coming to the happenings. Whitley, you were amazing.
oh
That is
well,
what's
thank you.
happening.
It's good.
Yes. Well, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.